What is going on, everyone? Are you guys trying to use your Cronus on the PS5, but soon as you go ahead and turn on one of your scripts, everything on the PlayStation 5 controller stops working? Look at this. I can't aim or shoot. We have a script active. Here's a look at the biggest mistakes I see everyone make when it comes to bypassing the Cronus for the PlayStation 5. All right, so the first step is you have to make sure on the Zen screen it just says Zen. All right, once it does, usually whenever the controller does not work when you turn on the script, it means you didn't do the bypass step correctly. All right, and to be able to do the bypass step, here's what you need to do. First thing you want to do is you want to go into the settings tab. All right, you want to go into accessories. You want to go down to where it says controller in general, and you have to make sure your communication method here is set to use USB cable. Okay, that's going to be step number one. The next step is you have to make sure your Bluetooth is turned on, right? I know a lot of you guys watch other people's videos, and I've seen this in my comments where you guys are like, oh, I'm holding touchpad, I'm holding L3, R3, it's not working. I don't know what you guys are watching. You need to click off their video. First of all, they don't know what they're talking about, right? You have to make sure when you click on advanced settings, your Bluetooth says turn off Bluetooth, okay? To be able to do the bypass step, next what you're going to do is literally pick up your Zen, and again, just press the right side big blue button, and make sure it just says Zen on here, right? Leave it where it says Zen on here for a couple of seconds, and then kill the power from the top, okay? And you guys can see my controller's still plugged in, but the Zen obviously has no power, right? Once that's done, just put your Cronus Zen to the side, and you want to wirelessly pair your controller to the PS5. You guys can see, I'm gonna even disconnect it so I can show you guys, right? I can click on Bluetooth accessories, and look, my controller is wireless to our PS5, all right? You have to make sure it is wireless to your PS5 before you do the button spam bypass step, all right? The next thing is you're gonna have to do the button spam bypass step, right? So you wanna hover over turn off accessories, just like you guys are seeing me do here, okay? But again, make sure your controller general is set to use USB cable, okay? And again, you have to do this step every single time before you turn on any scripts, all right? And I usually do it the first thing when I get on. So again, hover over turn off accessories, just like you guys see me do now. And look, my controller works, it's Bluetooth, right? Then all you're gonna do is pick up your Zen, wire up your controller on the left-hand side, right? So you guys can see right over here on the left side, USB-N goes there. Your USB-C in right here is gonna go into our controller. So bang, right? We can see controller is plugged in. Again, still has no power. And now you're just going to do the button spam bypass step. Let me go ahead and make myself a little bit bigger so we can see everything, all right? Next, all you have to do is go ahead and plug the USB end of the wire. So again, this normal USB end that you guys can see will go into your PS5, into the front or the back. The USB-C end that you guys see right here will go onto the top of the Cronus end, all right? And again, I use these red wires, okay? I'll show you guys exactly where I bought them. I literally bought them off of Amazon. If you guys want this link, I'll leave it down there. Look, I purchased them back in 2020, right? These J-Bucks ones, and these are the same ones I've used for the past 5 years, guys. They're the best wires. I recommend you guys get them as well, all right? So again, right up here, straight at the top, okay? Now, before you plug it in, right, you can see I haven't given it full power. You have to hold down right on the D-pad here the whole time, right? You guys can see this right side D-pad button. Hold it down the whole time, right? So hold it down and then give it power from the top. And then again, keep it held. Keep the right on the D-pad held this whole time until it does this button spam step, right? Once it does, now we can look. Simply go ahead and turn on our scripts. I'll just turn on the same one I had, the Fox version 1. And look, I'm just going to go back in the game and showcase to you guys that everything works from our controller, right? I can aim, I can shoot, everything's back to how it should be, right? Just like that. That's how easy it is. So you have to make sure you do the button spam step correctly. And another issue that I've found with the Cronus Zen is the wires that they give you, okay? The wires that the Cronus Zen will give you, some of them will be like this, right? You can see there's no black lock at the end. You want to use the ones, if you're going to use the ones from the Cronus Zen, that have this black lock, okay? They have bigger wires as well. Do not use these ones to give the Zen power from the top, right? You can see there's no black grid lock here. It won't give the Zen enough power, and it will not do the button spam bypass, all right? So throw these wires basically out and only use the ones that have these little black cables, okay? And next, you're gonna need to know what are the best scripts to utilize for your PlayStation 5. So go ahead and watch this video that's gonna come up to show you guys how to download script for your Cronus so it works on the PS5 correctly.